We're back for more March PS Plus games, and we got another extra premium edition. And I gotta say, I have complained about premium for a lot of updates now, but this one's looking pretty good. If I must say so myself, it's looking pretty good. But we gotta get through the extra games first before I reveal those. So let's get right into the update. The headliner for this one, NBA 2K24. And you know how I feel about this series. Sony locks down a lot of money for this because a lot of people play this. But when you actually play it, it's filled to the brim with microtransactions. And these sports games just keep doing the same things over and over again. And this is someone who plays the MLB games. This is coming from that person, but I don't interact with the Dynasty mode. But I do play sports games, and I get the appeal. You definitely want to play them. What else we got? Midnight Suns. This is a really good one to be added. Very excited for this one. It is by Firaxis, the guys who made XCOM, and it's a great strategy game. A very good Marvel game in general. And you got Resident Evil 3 Remake. We had Resident Evil 2 Remake not too long ago, so it seems like they're going to be putting them out like over time. I don't think Resident Evil 4 is coming right away. It's still pretty new. But eventually I could see it coming here. If you like Lego DC Supervillains, this is the third game in the Lego Batman. Oh, no, actually, no. I think it's a separate game. I don't think this is the third game. I think it's Lego Batman 2, and then Beyond Gotham is the third one, and then they made this one. I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But what else we got? Mystic Pillars Remastered. I'm not too versed with this game, but okay. Blood Bowl 3. I am kind of familiar with Blood Bowl. I know it's taking advantage of the Warhammer series, and it is a football game based around like more tabletop, turn-based kind of actions. I know this one didn't go over very well with people when it first came out because it's got a ton of microtransactions in it. But we'll find out if they impede the game or not because I'm going to cover it. Just a spoiler early on. Super Neptunia RPG, okay. Now this one's a little weird. DBZ Kakarot was already on the... is already on Extra, but they're giving us the PS5 version now. So, another spoiler, I do want to check this out because when this did come out on PS Plus, we didn't get a chance to check it out because it was before I started making these PS Plus Extra and Premium videos. So now is a good time to check this one out as well. And now we get to the premium releases. Oh, I'm so happy because I've never finished this game before. But maybe I won't be so happy when I finally get it and play it because people see this one as divisive. But we got Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. This game was originally started by Naughty Dog, but as they were busy working on other games, mainly Uncharted, they decided to hand this one off to High Impact Games to take care of it, and it came out on the PSP. And I've played the demo of it, but I've never played through it in its entirety, so I'm very excited to check this one out. It's the only Jak game I haven't checked out. A classic game from back in the day. Cool Borders is coming. That's another one I definitely want to check out. I love Cool Borders, and I've only played the third one, I believe. Then we have God's Eater Burst. Okay. My boy Phoenix Wright is in the house. Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is 1, 2, and 3. So this is a great place to start if you want to play these games. Obviously, there are more of them. There's a lot more of them, but I think you will be getting the best of the best when you play this trilogy. And finally, if you're a Jojo fan, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. This is the remaster. I want to say remaster. I'm not sure if it's a full-on remake. Remaster of the old Jojo Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. And it is here. And just as an extra thing, if you have, what do they call it? Sony Pictures Core, you do get certain curated movies. I've checked this out, but you do get them with your subscription. I think you have to be subscribed to Premium, I want to say. And then you get like a bunch of Sony Pictures movies and a bunch of anime with it. This is one of them. They're giving you the whole first season of My Hero Academia with it. Okay. Show us more. Tell us more about this, because I feel like people aren't using this. But now we want to check out what are the easiest games and what are the hardest games of the update. Definitely, I think the easiest games are usually the Lego games. They follow that same formula. It's get all the bricks, then play it in free play, get all the bricks again. And I don't think this one's very different from those. I didn't hear anything otherwise. So this is definitely the easiest game. And then when I checked to see what are the hardest games in this update, actually the hardest games are a 4 out of 10. So this is a very manageable PS Plus update if you're someone who's gonna pick a whole bunch of games to grab from it and try to get all the platinum trophies. God's Eater Burst, 4 out of 10. Where did I see it? I think Kakarot, 4 out of 10. You go up to Midnight Suns, 4 out of 10. There's nothing in here that is super difficult that's going to give you a really, really difficult time. So those are the games that are 4 out of 10s, and that's not bad actually at all. All right, let's get into it proper. We're gonna start with Marvel's Midnight Suns, and this game I probably want to check out. I'm a big Marvel fan. I heard very, very good things about this. And it's only 2 playthroughs for 50 hours, 4 out of 10 difficulty, not too difficult. The nature of the game might be a little bit difficult if you're not used to strategy games, but definitely one to try if it's only a 4 out of 10. Compared to the XCOM's games, this is a freaking easy ass game. So you start off, you got the tutorial, you go into the New York and 3 power words section of the game. So you have like a base and then you do missions from that base. So this is where you're starting in New York at your base, and you're going to go out and do a lot of missions. There's going to be lots of trophies to grab there. Southwest and the last words, you're moving on to a new area of the game where you have 6 missions to complete. And then you've finished the game and do your cleanup. Now, there is a second playthrough, but from what I'm seeing, this is more for completing the DLC. I don't think you need a second playthrough, because all these trophies here are actually from the DLC, because you had Deadpool, you had Morbius, you had Storm, I believe it is, and Venom as DLC. And here are the trophies for that. Complete all Morbius story missions, complete all Venom research, complete all Venom story missions. So the DLC is where your second playthrough is going to come in. You actually just have one playthrough of the game that you need, and maybe you can use New Game Plus to go back and take care of anything you've missed. Like, for example, you got a lot of miscellaneous trophies. KO 4 enemies with a single environmental. What else do we got? Extracurricular activities. Attend all Abbey Club meetings in a single campaign. So maybe you missed it and you can use New Game Plus to go back. Seems like pretty normal. One playthrough if you just want the plat. New Game Plus if you want to go back and get DLC. Or maybe you can even fit the DLC into your main playthrough and you won't have to worry. You can do everything you need in the one playthrough. Doesn't seem bad at all, really. I think maybe the 4 out of 10 difficulty is coming from the actual game itself. and its mechanics, it's probably a little bit more challenging than most games because it's more tactical. But if you live and breathe these tactical games, I think you're absolutely going to have a good time, and it's not going to be quite as hard for you as it will for other people. I'm not a tactical guy, but I have been dying to try this. I hear very good things about it. Alright, since we're not checking out NBA 2K24, and that's not because I don't like those games, it's because I couldn't find a trophy guide, let's check out another sports game. If you could call this a sports game, it's more of a I guess football is kind of like a RPG in itself. You set your plays, your guys go and do it. It's the ultimate RPG when you think about it. You have this one here, and I want to scroll down right away to talk about something before we start looking at trophies. It says here, the game features microtransactions, but they do not speed up the process of obtaining the platinum in any way. You can spend microtransaction points on cosmetics as well as new races. The new races are not associated with any trophies. There you go. And when you look at the top, it's only 15 hours to spend in the game to get the platinum trophy, 1 playthrough of the story mode, and 3 out of 10 difficulty. That's not bad at all. So I know that this one was not the most critical game, and there's Blood Bowl 2 available that you can check out instead if you want to, but let's go through this and see what's up. So this is your story mode where you're going to play through the game and you're going to beat certain teams and win certain competitions like the Outsiders competition, the Pirate Crew, the Gifted, the Engineers, the Gourmets, the Elite Division. You're going to want to play through that. Then you got a race-specific wins trophy. So from the ones that are in the base game, you have a ton of teams that you need to win with and get a certain amount of wins. It says here, win a competition with a human team, a dark elf team, a dwarf team, Skaven team, Chaos Chosen, Chaos Renegade, Nurgles, Old World Alliance, Black Orc, Imperial Nobility Team, and Elven Union. And this is a competition match, so you basically got to beat it with every single team. And then you got a bunch of miscellaneous type trophies, including getting touchdowns, 4 match competition wins, and miscellaneous trophies here. Score 6 touchdowns over 3 or less games in the same competition. Okay. Improve 6 players to max level, so you do get to invest points into your players on your team. Spend 38 star points on the same player, so you're going to want to focus on one of those players on the team that you like best, and then you're going to want to build him up, make him the best player on your team, invest the stars in it. It says here, win a competition in which you placed 4 or more matches. Okay. Push 4 players into the crowd during a single competition match. Oh, you're gonna bust them that bad that you're gonna put them in the crowd, put them down. Sick. That sounds fun. And then there was one RNG based trophy that I saw. It says kill 3 players during a single competition match. Doesn't sound very hard, but I want to get into it. Killing 3 players in a game named Blood Bowl sounds like it would be easy. It is likely to be the make or break trophy for the platinum. It is incredibly RNG dependent. To kill a player from a block, you need to achieve a knockdown. This is a 50% chance with 1 dice and around a 65% chance with 2 dice. Then you must break the armor value of your target. Against an armor value of 8, this happens approximately 28% of the time. See, there's the tabletop stuff coming into play. Finally, you must roll a 6 on the injury table to get a kill, a 16% chance. Combined, that equates to around a 3% chance to get a kill on any given block, though certain factors can further increase or decrease the odds. 3% chance. With all those numbers added up, 3% chance. So you can see the tabletop influence here. It's got lots of strategy in it, and they did tag it as RNG. So that sounds like it's going to be a pain. It's going to kind of happen randomly, but otherwise looking pretty good. Maybe if you're a Blood Bowl fan of this game, you've played it already, or maybe you skipped it entirely because of some certain things that they did with the game that you didn't like. For anybody looking for a kind of like tactical sports game, I think this is worth a shot. Don't go in for those microtransactions. Try to stay away. And in that case, if it is a problem, check out Blood Bowl 2. That was a much better game, apparently. Alright, of course we had to check out Resident Evil 3, of course. And in true Resident Evil Platinum fashion, you have 4 playthroughs of this game. That's not very long to begin with. This is probably the shortest, or one of the shortest Resident Evil games to go and get the plat. But you do have 4 playthroughs, and this is because a lot of the playthroughs end up being for 1 or 2 trophies that you need to get. You start off here on your standard run, just playing the game, collecting collectibles, getting the story trophies, and you have like trophies survivor. Complete the game on standard or higher difficulty. And then there's a separate section here that says grind points for higher difficulties. It looks like the game will be much easier if you get the infinite rocket launcher. So you need to get 64,000 points for that. 2 recovery coins, 2 iron defense coins, 2 hit pouches. This is going to make you very invincible. And you can also get the rest of the missed collectibles if you missed anything. And you get to collect all weapons in the campaign. Now the fun starts. You go onto hardcore mode, and you're going to combine that with a no healing run. So if you're able to recover, it says here, the more recovery coins you have, the stronger the healing effect, and you heal automatically. Okay, it seems like if that's kicking in, you don't have to worry about actually healing yourself with the herbs. If you heal naturally, that's much better. And this is where you're going to beat it on the hardest difficulty. Oh, actually, no, it's not the hardest difficulty. Never mind. It says beat it on hardcore or higher. Then you have hardcore and nightmare modes are about the same difficulty, all things considered. With the cheat items, there are no special requirements this time, but it'll take time to collect any collectibles or complete a trophy during this time. So now you have to do it on nightmare for the Conqueror trophy. I guess you unlock them as you go. You beat nightmare, you beat hardcore, you unlock nightmare. And now you have to complete the game on Inferno and get an S rank as well. Complete the game with an S rank. Okay, interesting. Why you would do... Oh, okay. Jill Valentine. Complete the game with an S rank on Inferno. That's why. Okay. So that's why you have to do it. Then you also have complete the game in under 2 hours of playtime. This is why this game is so short. You can actually complete it in 2 hours. And on Inferno, it's probably a little bit trickier, but you do have the infinite rocket launcher. You're blowing up cheeks pretty easily. They're zombies, they don't move that fast. So you'll be able to clear your way pretty good. Finally, complete the game without opening the item box. And this is probably going to be done... It says you can pair it with one of your other runs, but also maybe you want to do this on assisted mode, which is the easy mode. And there you go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playthroughs. Unless you pair that last trophy with one of them, it would be 4 playthroughs. There you go. That's where your 4 playthroughs come from. This is very typical for a Resident Evil run, and it's probably the easiest one. I think of Resident Evil 4 Remake being one of the harder ones. Resident Evil 2 is a little bit harder than this. But you do get access to like the infinite rocket launcher as like a series staple. So it kind of affects the difficulty in different ways, depending on how much access you have to it or how hard you have to grind. Resident Evil 3 is certainly a good one to check out if you're just getting into the Resident Evil series and you want to get your feet wet. And I also think Jill Valentine is hella underrated, so definitely check this one out. Alright, as promised, Dragonball Z Kakarot, we're going to check this one out. Before we check this out, I must say that I am deeply, deeply saddened by the death of Akira Toriyama. I am very, very sad that he passed away. I'm not a outspoken Dragon Ball fan, but I loved Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I really did. Dragon Ball Z was a show that I watched in its entirety in syndication, even when they got to a certain point of the show, and then they started over from the beginning because now they have to get the rest of the episodes ready for air in the English markets. I watched the Ocean dub back in the day, and then they made the switch to the Funimation dub after that. I watched all of Dragon Ball Z as it was airing. All of it, including the Majin Buu saga. So that's quite a few years at a time that it was airing, and I watched it in its entirety. I love Dragon Ball Z and always will. So rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. You are truly, truly a legend, and I think you're really the father of anime as we know it, at least here in the West. So let's get into this game. You have your story playthrough where you're going to go through, here you go, the Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, Cell Saga, Majin Buu Saga. There you go. We're covering our bases here. And then you have post-game cleanup. So there are extra stories and there are other things you need to do. For example, Shenron's favorite. Summon Shenron 10 times from the Dragon Ball menu to make a wish. Of course we're going to do that. It's Shenron. Of course we're going to do that. He usually has good things for us when we summon him. Complete a level 10 challenge in Training Room. There are some stuff you have to do in Training Room. And as well, we were collecting the entries for the Z Encyclopedia. Well, for the Fountain of Knowledge trophy, you have to unlock 400 entries. Okay, so there's lots of stuff to do, even post-game, all of the side content and stuff like that. Like, where is it? Turtle School Legend. Complete 50 Turtle School training challenges and report to Master Roshi. Also here, a Super Warrior is born. Acquire 100 super attacks or masteries in the super attack skill tree. So you have your skill tree that you need to unlock a bunch of stuff for. Lots of stuff to do in this. Defeat 30 villainous parties, because you're going to be facing a ton of different people. You're going to go up against the Ginyu Force. You're going to go up against Nappa and Vegeta, Raditz, the Cybermen. There's tons of villainous parties you're going to face off against. There's going to be different, like, crazy villain parties with different people you want to battle against. Here's one that I don't know, actually. Win the battle against Mira, down with the Demon Realm. I guess Mira is a new character or something? I'm not sure. Interesting. But yeah, I heard very good things about this game. And if you want a Dragon Ball Z game to check out in honor of Akira Toriyama, this is definitely one to check out. 40 hours, not too difficult, 3 out of 10. Seems like a very good game to check out. Of course, there's always other games. There's the Budokai games, if you can get your hands on a copy of that. I know it's expensive, like if you like that traditional fighting game. You can wait for Sparking Zero to come. I love the Tenkaichi series, so I will be all over that shit when it comes out. Or you can check out Xenoverse Fighter Z if you want a more traditional fighting game, like the Arc System Works games. They're all there to check out. And speaking of traditional fighting games, we have our last one we're going to check out. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, which is a remaster of the old JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game. This is not too bad for a fighting game, which fighting games tend to be on the higher spectrum. Maybe not lately, because I think Tekken 8 you can complete in like 7 or 8 hours, and it's like a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10. But usually fighting games are a lot more difficult to complete. This one, 3 out of 10, one playthrough, I assume, of the story mode, and 25 hours to complete it. That's not bad. Of course, I see some online trophies. Well, let's see what that's all about. So we have 3 of them. Participate in a online match. Okay. Participate in rank up in a ranked match. And then participate in 100 online matches. So there is a bit of a grind in this one. 100 matches. If you don't really want to stick around for that, it doesn't say you have to win them, which is cool. You can lose them. But at the same time, if you don't want to spend that much time online, there's your heads up. Otherwise, it seems like the rest is not bad. You go into story mode, you clear that. There's tons of parts in it to complete. Complete 30 secret missions and complete 50 secret missions. I assume those are like side missions or extra missions that come with it. Then you go here, clear offline modes. It says here that you have challenge battle to complete, won 10 times in a row in endless battle, win a tournament for the first time, and win a tournament on all difficulties. Okay, so maybe you got to play on the hardest difficulty for that one. And then you have here, those are your online trophies that I was talking about. 100 wins. And then finally, stage 4. Oh, there's a stage 5. Never mind. I want to be a gang star. Clear miscellaneous trophies. So there's a ton here. Pulled off a stylish evade. Activate rush mode. Set off all arena gimmicks. Got hit by all arena gimmicks. So there's certain things that you need to do in the fights themselves. Like here, pulled off all dramatic finishes. I think that's their special moves. I could be wrong. But you just got to go into probably versus mode and do this. Finally, you have 500 gallery items to unlock. It says here, some words of praise would be nice. Purchase 500 gallery items. How do you get these? They're purchased in the in-game shop. So you do have to grind to get the currency to buy everything. And that'll be it for this. Not bad for a fighting game, if I must say. And it also reminds me of Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is a 3 out of 10. Not bad for a fighting game at all. So maybe this is one, if you're a Jojo fan, to absolutely check out. And even if you're not a Jojo fan, maybe you're interested in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this is a good game, I hear, and you should check it out. So all in all, there might not be a lot of meat in this update, but there certainly is a lot to play here. A lot of good stuff. A lot of stuff that's not hard. Like I said, the highest difficulty game in this was a 4 out of 10. So let me know down in the comment section which games you're going to check out. I actually think both Extra and Premium are pretty good this time. I'm not complaining about an update. That's crazy. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys subscribe to the Platinum XPerience, and I hope all your trophy hunting expeditions collecting 7 Dragon Balls for our man Akira Toriyama to come back go incredibly well. Peace out to you, and to Akira Toriyama, rest in peace. Incredible man. I hope you rest, my friend.